Let's take a closer look at longest prefix match. So each packet has a destination IP address, which determines where the packet should be forwarded next, and a router basically looks up a table entry that matches that address. So for example, a forwarding table might have a number of prefixes in it, and many of these prefixes might be overlapping. But when we see an IP address that may match on one or more prefixes in this table, we simply match that IP address to the entry in the forwarding table with the longest matching prefix. So the benefits of CIDR and longest matching prefix are efficiency, since prefix blocks can be allocated on a much finer granularity than with classful interdomain routing, and the opportunity for aggregation if two downstream networks with more specific or longer prefixes should be treated in the same way by an upstream network, who might simply aggregate two contiguous shorter prefixes into one forwarding table entry with a shorter prefix. For example, a benefit for aggregation might exist if two downstream networks, A and B, each had /16 address space allocated to them, but upstream, all the traffic always came through the same upstream network, C. If the rest of the internet only reached A and B via C, then the rest of the internet need only know about C's address space, which might be 12/8. This might allow the upstream network to simply aggregate or not announce these more specific prefixes, since they're already covered by the less specific upstream prefix. Now, CIDR had a significant effect on slowing the growth of the internet routing tables from 1994 to 1998. So from 1994 to 1998, we see roughly linear growth in the number of prefixes in the internet routing table. Around 2000, fast growth in routing tables resumed. You can see that growth here, once again, started to pick up. A significant contributor to this growth was a practice called multi-homing. Multi-homing can actually make it difficult for upstream providers to aggregate IP prefixes together, often requiring an upstream provider to store multiple IP prefixes for a single autonomous system. Sometimes those IP prefixes are contiguous and sometimes they aren't. Let's take a quick look at how multi-homing can stymie aggregation.